welcome everybody. No crazy shenanigans today as Season 2 of this franchise wraps up today. The 14-2 Minnesota Vikings are in the kitty litter box, that is Ford Field, of the Detroit Lions, who are hosting at 7-9, third place in the division. As we take a look at the playoff picture, if the playoffs were to start today, it's going to look a little bit like this, pending, of course, any weirdness. Minnesota Vikings 12-4 holding, 14-2 holding down the 1 seed. The Eagles are in the second. The Saints are in the third. The Cardinals are in the fourth. The Packers, for now, are in the fifth. Cowboys in the sixth. And the Falcons bringing up the caboose at the 7. Over the AFC side, much like last season, it was the Bengals, or the Bungles, in at number 1, the Chiefs at number 2, the Bills at number 3, the 4 belongs to now the Texans. And then the 5, Randy Replay's other favorite team, the Denver Broncos. 6 seed is the Ravens, and then in the caboose spot of number 7, the Cleveland Browns bringing up the rear. No pun intended. Anyway, we do have some weekly awards to get out, and then a couple of roster moves that the Minnesota Vikings have made prior to this game, and then we will get you ready for everything Week 17 football. For Patrick Mahomes, his 26 of 34, 402.6 touchdown performance. Multiple weeks of throwing, multiple interception streak broken. Knots him the NFC Offensive Player of the Week. And then almost in a teasing fashion, like, hey, I'm going to start playing now that you got to get rid of me. Trayvon Diggs, 9 tackles, 3 picks. NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And then Desmond Ridder, who officially popped off in the Ravens Week 16 game, 31 of 64, 5 touchdowns, 3 picks, 3 sacks, 10 carries, 4 rushing touchdown performance. That is enough to get him AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And then Byron Murphy Jr., 5 picks, 13 tackles, Defensive Player of the Week winners in Week 17. So it's all Vikings and Ravens. Go purple. And as we welcome in new members of the Minnesota Vikings signed for this game from the practice squad, the Minnesota Vikings have signed 7th round pick Gemmin Green. He is a cornerback, and he will get some playing time today, whether in the first or the second half, to a 1-game, not 1 year, $710,000 contract. And then the Minnesota Vikings have signed quarterback Conrad Mercer from the practice squad, a 1-game, $960,000 deal. Expected to play out the rest of the playoffs. So really, if we make it to the Super Bowl, it ends up to be a 4-game, but neither here or there. And then the Minnesota Vikings have re-signed James Lynch, who's going to have a big spot in this game. 1 year, $4.4 million deal. Oh boy. And as we get you back to the main screen, it will be all backups and third stringers this week as the Minnesota Vikings are resting their laurels of the starters, as they have already clinched a couple weeks ago. We're going to take a look at the injury report for both teams as we normally do, and then get you ready for everything Week 18 Season 2 finale here in this franchise. Ezra Cleveland will be out until the divisional game if we get there, maybe even the championship game, depending on what the Minnesota Vikings want to do with that torn labrum. And then, of course, if we go down to the Lions, hashtag must be nice, no injuries to speak of. Buh. So there you have it. The battle lines have been drawn. Exhibition scrum there in football. This has been Randy Replay. Kickoff is next. And hello and welcome. There he is, Jared Goff, having a pretty good season. We'll see what he can do against us today. Tyler Van Dyke, a different number 8, will go for Minnesota, and they are wearing those ever crisp and clean 2010 away jerseys. Here at the Kitty Litter Box, Ford Field will play host to the Vikings in their season finale. Much like last season, Vikings are in the playoffs either way. I mean, this is just formality exhibition football at this point. The Lions can't get in. The Vikings are already clinched the number 1 seed. This is just something you have to do. Like, it's a chore. We're cleaning toilets out here. 1,927 rush yards for the Lions this season, running at 4.2 a clip. And for the Vikings, it has been very much a aerial attack. 10 yards per pass attempt and a 67.8 combined QB completion percentage. Jackson Smith-Njigba will get his first career NFL start. Same with Tyler Van Dyke getting hyped up by Kevin O'Connell moments ago. And majority of the defense will feature rookies across the board. And of course, we get to see Tyler Van Dyke. And so the ball's on the tee. We are ready. An abrupt end to the Fox NFL theme song. Oh, snap. And here we go. Week 18, Season 2 finale. And bam! We are underway. Greg Joseph expected to be another kick for a touchback. And it is. Out comes the Lions offense led by this man, Jared Rutherford Seniority Goff. 35-98, 25 touchdowns, 14 picks. And we'll see how this backup defense situation for Minnesota is. You're going to see what you have here today going into the 2024-2025 season. Rookies scattered about. Jared Goff in this weird full house pistol set gets the snap. It is a quarterback keeper for Goff. He'll be run down by, I do believe that's Owen Papo from behind. Randy's got to get used to these new numbers out. And it's Edrin Cooper. Rookie taken a year ago. So Goff running. Very interesting here. Goff from the gun. Williams, the anime nerd, through to his right, and that is a big hit by Troy Dye. You've heard Randy Randy mention that he is the most basic looking NFL player. No, nothing special. Just goes out and plays. Jaquelin Roy almost had a sack. There is a big tackle, but Goff gets this away. Left side to Hayden Hurst, and that will convert the down. Minnesota moving pieces around. Goff in the pistol. It's another QB run, and he's run down by Owen Papo from behind. So Goff taking off with his legs here today. There's a Williams run. He'll be stopped by Papo and looks like Troy Dye. Kenny Wilkes, who just signed a deal, in there as well. Oh boy. So now Jared Goff 3rd and 4 from the shotgun. Snap corral. Looking. Throwing left side for Williams. Caught out of bounds. Incomplete. Minnesota gets a punt forced. 12:54 left to go here first quarter. Oh my heavens. The snap. The spot. The punt is away. Tyler Harrell waving his hand. Very wise choice. And Minnesota will take over for this man, Tyler Van Dyke, still without a NFL touchdown in his career. 107, no touchdowns, 2 picks. Oh boy. Erica, what's up? Let's go. Hey, appreciate you stopping by. Woo! Woo! Thank you. So here we go. What's going to happen? Nobody knows. Tyler Van Dyke from the gun. Snap corral. He's going to throw to start the game. It's across the middle to Ty Chandler. And so Van Dyke will open up the game with an 18-yard gainer to Ty Chandler over the middle. And of course, fan favorite Ty Chandler. Don's number 29. Van Dyke motioning Tyler Harrell left to right in the formation. Snap corral given to Mohamed Ibrahim, Minnesota Gopher, who's going to give 4 yards. Came over by way of trade from the Indianapolis Colts. Oh boy. So Tyler Van Dyke from the gun. Snap corral. Looking. Throwing middle. Caught Tyler Harrell, who's really been, last part of this season, really been coming in here and playing to a certain degree that Randy did not expect to see him. There's Brian Poole on the tackle. Van Dyke under center. Quick snap, quick throw, goes to Smith and Jigba, channeling his inner Justin Jefferson. First down. Good little quick hitter. Minnesota will use these to get these easy third downs, and my heavens, have they been working this season. So Van Dyke will stay in the gun this time. Ty Chandler will check in. A snap, and it's a give to Chandler. Chandler room up the middle. Chandler 7 yards. So Minnesota's kind of moving the ball. We're having some success out here. You love to see it. Van Dyke from the gun. The snap corralled. Quick throw left side caught. Tyler Harrell kept from going out of bounds. And Van Dyke a 4 for 4, 33 yards. And of course, you see the two coaches going over their scheme here in the beginning of the game. It's working to gosh darn near perfection. This run will go to, Mohamed Ibrahim. He gets caught, but it was almost a touchdown. Mohamed Ibrahim right side, 19 yards. Van Dyke moving some pieces around, talking to the offensive line. Snap corral, giving Ibrahim. Ibrahim getting small. Oh, he throws off a defender, and Mohamed Ibrahim. What has gotten into him? It must be the nerves from his first start calming, throwing off a defender, and Mohamed Ibrahim feeling it here. Now, we mentioned it just moments ago. Tyler Van Dyke without a touchdown throw from the empty set. Throws, caught in Jigba. Oh, help him out. Touchdown Vikings, and touchdown in Jigba. And touchdown Tyler Van Dyke. His first career NFL touchdown goes to fellow rookie Jackson Smith and Jigba. Vikings take the lead. This to make it 7-0. 9:35 left to go here first quarter. Snap, spot, kick. It's all good. Van Dyke from the gun. Snap, corral. Throws left side over the defender. It is Jackson Smith and Jigba. And now we've seen... I just want to point this out. We have seen Patrick Mahomes attempt to make that throw and not hit the receiver. Instead, it's a pick six. I'm not saying that Van Dyke is better than Patrick Mahomes, but I mean, my goodness, what a throw. I do in my heart of hearts. And now Tyler Van Dyke under center, waves Naylor over left to right in the I formation. The snap is given. It's Mohamed Ibrahim with space. 14, maybe 13 yards for him. And Mohamed Ibrahim with another first down. Slow to get up. I hope, let's take a look. Maybe hyperextended the back going down. I have no idea. Either way, it is a first down Minnesota. Now Tyler Van Dyke from the gun. Sorry, under center. It's a play action. Swing pass to Mohamed. First down Minnesota. And these little completions to the left side this season have been, oh my heavens, is so good for the Vikings. 4. Just about 2 minutes left to go here in quarter number 1. 7-0 Minnesota. They are in the red zone. Van Dyke from the gun. Snap, corral. Throw middle. Caught. Tyler Harrell going for the end zone. He'll get upended at the 2, but that will be a first down Minnesota. And now what do you do? Tyler Van Dyke motioning himself, pivoting right rather, from the gun, gets the snap. Oh, hit as he threw. Maybe tried to throw it away, maybe had an option left side. Either way, it is an incomplete ball. And Minnesota will do it again. Second and goal from the 2. Van Dyke from the gun. Tries to get him to jump. That never works. Tyler turns, gives to Mohamed. He gets in. Touchdown Vikings and touchdown Mohamed Ibrahim. And he's going to do Dalvin Cook's celebration. Wash the hands and put on the mask. Kind of an homage to DC number 4, who's sitting out today. He's earned it. 3,000 yards this season. And Mohamed Ibrahim, I do believe, will score his second NFL career touchdown today, week 18. Just to make it 14-0. Kick is away. It's good. Now 3rd and 12. Just about 15 seconds left to go here. First quarter. Jared Goff tries to get us to jump. That never works, Jared. Throws. And it is Gemmin Green will make the stop before the line to gain. So this rookie going up against Isaiah McKenzie today. So far, lights out. 14-0. End of the first. Lions expected to punt when we come back. You guessed it, a rookie. So a 2nd and goal from the 3. High formation for the Lions. It's a give. Williams forces his way in. Touchdown Lions, Jamal Williams. So from the pick, minus territory. Oh boy. The Lions will make it interesting. And Lewis Seen is the main field goal block gunner. We'll see what he's got today. Snap spot kick. He's no Andrew Booth. It's good. 14-7. Minnesota still leads. Oh boy. So Van Dyke from the gun. Snap is corralled. Chalking one up for Njigba. It's caught, but it's separated from the ball as he goes down to the ground. Njigba showing off his hops, and what a place ball by Van Dyke. It's a little bit on the inside. You want it to be on the outside, but it is what it is. And now Ibrahim up the middle. Bounced around, and now 3rd and 9. Not a lot of plays in the playbook designed to get you this amount of yardage, but guess what? You got to go get it, so why don't you just go get it? Here we go, 3rd and 9. Van Dyke, gun, snap corral. Looking, throwing, incomplete. Oh my heavens. It's hard to tell who he was going for. Either way, it falls to the turf. And Greg Joseph in for a 47-yarder right hash. This to put the Vikings up by 10. Kick is away. It's perfect. Randy replays year in review. Jared Goff from the gun gets the snap. He's not going to run it for the first time on this drive. Xavier Thomas there. And oh my heavens, Gemmin Green, what are you doing? Xavier Thomas almost had his first career sack. And then on the back end, Gemmin Green almost had his first career pick. Stopped, looked up, threw his hands up, and it just goes by way of his hands. Oh, he could have had it, ladies and gentlemen. So Jared Goff getting extremely lucky that he's going up against a rookie on that right side. Or the receiver, take your pick. And now Minnesota, and this weird. And we're not fooled this time. Edrin Cooper will take down Goff. Do a double chest pump and throw his hand in the sky. You got to stop doing that, Goff. It's probably not good for your health. Either way, Jared Goff from the gun. Let's see what he wants to do here. The snap corralled. It's another one. And Owen Papo tries to punch the ball out, but it will be now 3rd and 11. I mean, you're just wasting downs. I understand what you're trying to do here, but you gotta stop. Jared Goff from the pistol now, thinking he's Yoder, and it's, oh my heaven, it's Jaquelin Roy with a big hit, forcing the early throw. No sacks today, but Minnesota now, as this game is going on, is getting pressure more often than not. So here we go. This to make it a 10-point game again. Or, a 7-point game. It's good. 17-10. Hopefully he doesn't get injured. Just about the 2-minute warning. Ty Chandler takes it right side. Ty Chandler, room to run, jukes out of a tackle and gets the first down. 2 minutes left here in the first half of this game, which has been all Minnesota. Oh boy. Now the question is, how do you play this? And what do you do? Tyler Van Dyke from the gun. Snap corral. It's a setup screen with blocking. Ty Chandler has to angle back. And Amani Oruwariye, Randy Replay's favorite name to say, goes down. Not to make light of the situation, but we will give him some claps as he's one of Randy's favorite players, and we do hope he's okay grasping his left wrist as he leaves the field of play. Oruwariye. Sorry. So here we go. 2nd and 2. Van Dijk from the gun. You got to have fun on the last game of the season. Come on, guys. Van Dijk from the gun. Snap corral. Looks. Wide open. Jelani Woods, and Van Dijk overthrows him by a country mile. Oh, my heavens. And that's probably what we get for the rest of the day. Tyler Van Dijk from the gun, talking to the offensive line, trying to at least here in this loud place. Throws middle, caught Jelani Woods, just taking what the defense gives him, and Minnesota will take a timeout north of the 140 mark here. So Jelani Woods will grab another ball, and got just over 1:40 left to go here, the first half. Yeah, boy. Van Dijk from the gun, empty set. You know he's going to throw it. Throws it up for Woods, and it's incomplete. Oh, boy. I do like the shots. Don't get me wrong. First down is the best time to do it. Take your shots down the field, especially here at the end of the year. You literally have nothing to lose. And Van Dijk, quick throw, right side, goes back to Jelani Woods. He'll get about 9 or 10 and 9 3/4, whatever you want to call it. Now it's 3rd and inches. 3rd and inches here. Van Dijk gets him up to the line quick, gets the snap, gives it to Ty Chandler, who will get up to the 22, and Minnesota will take their second timeout. I don't know why they're doing timeouts here. Just let it run down. You got to lead. You don't want to give the ball back to Goff. But, hey, I'm not the coach. I just spectate. So Van Dijk from the empty set gets the snap. Throws left side for Ty Chandler. He is one shoestring away from breaking it for a touchdown. But what about Tyler Van Dijk here today? Oh, Ty Chandler, you got to break that tackle. You just got to. So Mohamed Ibrahim will check back in. Van Dijk, high snap, corralled out of the gun. Gets, fumble! And it's picked up by, I do believe that is Quinn Minarez. Now the ball touched the ground, but the clock did not stop. So Minnesota will take a timeout. We'll go back to the proverbial drawing board. Oh boy. So the fumble prone. Mohamed Ibrahim will do it again. Having some fumble trouble this season. Tyler Van Dijk from the gun. Throws. Fitting into a tight window. I mean, you really got to get going if you're going to do this now. Van Dijk from the gun. Snap corralled. Throws. It's caught. Smith and Jigba, touchdown Vikings. Oh my heavens. That is the second career catch or throw for Tyler Van Dijk, and that was a dangerous one. But in Jigba kind of catches it and looks backward like, really? That's what you're putting on me? Okay. So there you go. Pending any weirdness, it will be a 24-10 game. It's good. As you can see, the Baltimore Ravens 30-9 against the Cardinals in the Bird Bowl. Oh boy. There's Jamal Williams left side. He'll get about 2. And that should do it just for the first half. We're going to take a look around the league like we normally do. Minnesota will get the ball on the other side of the break. Up big here in Detroit, 24-10. And as we mentioned, let's take a stroll around the country in the Week 18 season finale of Season 2 of this franchise. The Aints up on the Falcons 14-0. CJ Stroud with a pick. And Sam Darnold 1 for 4, 7 yards going into the halftime break. Oh no. In Tampa Bay, the Bucks looking to tank for Caleb Williams. They're down 17-0 at the half. Oh no. And the tank is on. And Cleveland is down to Colts. Just about a minute left to go there. Teddy Bridgewater with a touchdown, and Deshaun Watson 105 in that one. Everybody, Mohamed Ibrahim will exit the leave the game for the day. 13 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown. And welcome in Conrad Mercer, who just signed off the practice squad. And Ty Chandler will get the ball the rest of the way from the backfield pending any subs. And Conrad Mercer from the gun, his first taste in purple, gives it to Ty Chandler, who outruns past Shaw. And, oh boy. Gee, frickin' geez. So now 2nd and 8. Mercer from the gun. Snap is corralled. First throw as a Viking is complete to Tyler Harrell, first down. And now I wonder if this is going to be to see who is number 3 next season. As I don't want to give it all away, but I had Kevin O'Connell on the podcast this week, and he kind of alluded to something that we will touch on post-game right before the Randy Replays year in review. It's going to be exciting news, so be sure to stick around for that. Tyler Harrell will motion just ever so slightly towards Josh Oliver, and it's a give to Ty Chandler, who will just get about 3 yards. Oh boy. Whole lot of movement for nothing, and Minnesota 2nd and 7 now. Conrad Mercer from the gun. Snap is corralled. Throw. Oh, my heavens. I don't know who that was to, but either way, incomplete. Now 3rd and 7 again. So here we go. Mercer from the empty set. Snap is corralled. Looking. Throwing. And it's picked. Oh boy. Cam Bynum running towards the line. Did not get there. There's the throw and a catch. Irv Smith Jr. touchdown Lions. So a former Viking will score here. 24-17 pending the point after. And now the Lions trying to pour it on here. Late in the game. This to make it 24-17. The snap spot kick. He's good to the defender. And now it's right hash Greg Joseph, 58 yards to make it a 10-point game again. Snap spot kick. It is near perfect. So Minnesota. Ooh. Ginkel almost ran into the kicker there. Jared Goff from the pistol. Watch out for this QB run out of this set. He will get the snap. It is a throw. Goff looks, throws. It is a weird throw because of the pressure and the hit, and that'll be 4th down. Cam Bynum coming down to make the tackle. And guy Xavier Thomas is all over Jared Goff today. He is very, very close to getting a sack. Cam Bynum tried to punch it out. And this to make it a 7-point affair again. 27-7. Here comes the field goal left hash. Snap spot kick. It's good. So 27-20. And 5:21 left to go here in the third. Will we see a touchdown throw by Conrad Mercer? That will be the end of quarter number 3. 27-20. The Lions just outside the realm of possibility to tie it up here. Goff, give to the fullback. He's in. Oh boy. And pending the kick, Derek Watt will score. Pending the kick, this will be a tie game, 14:58 left. The snap spot kick, it is good. And we got a tie game here to start the 4th quarter. Go get it, so go get it. Just try something. Anything. Is it 2-down territory for Minnesota? Mercer from the shotgun gets the snap. Looks, throws. It is Tyler Harrell right side. 1st down, Minnesota. Oh my goodness. And what a season for Tyler Harrell. His first career NFL 100+ yard receiving game. And Minnesota has stunned this crowd. Oh my heavens. You got to get the ball back. You just have to. Goff gives it to Williams. He'll shut off Owen Papo, and he'll get the touchdown. Jamal Williams right side. And 34-27, the Lions have taken their first lead of the game here late. 5:04 left to go. This to make it 34-27. Snap spot kick. It's good. Set. His pistol far formation. He's going to throw. Off middle, here's Hayden Hurst, and he will shed the tackle, of course, and probably go for a touchdown. Nope. Caleb Evans will bring him down, and that should be the 2-minute warning. Oh boy. For Minnesota, either way. It is what it is. I formation. Owen Papo back there. And no tackles. Oh my heavens, you guys. I get it's formality football and you're in the playoffs either way, but act like you guys care. Jamal Williams with the touchdown. I mean, it's just, wow. Okay. Well, this to make it 41-27. Snap spot kick. It is, it's good. So, formality football, exhibition friendly, whatever you want to call it. Oh my heavens. There's the kick. Now Minnesota, you're just playing for some garbage time end of season stat padding. There's Tyler Harrell making a move. Up to the 24. 1:49 left to go. Conrad Mercer. Excuse me. A couple picks in today's game. Now we'll see what you got here in garbage time. Let's make it look a little bit better on paper. Mercer from the empty set. Snap corral, throw middle, on target to Tyler Harrell. Minnesota calls their first. 1:44 left to go in the game. The Lions are playing back, so Minnesota's going to be able to move the ball down the field somewhat easy here. Mercer will throw. Back to Tyler Harrell. He will be caught. It will be kept in. It's a catch. The clock will run off as Minnesota goes no huddle. Snap corral. Looking back. And Tyler Harrell had to turn into a defender there as the ball kind of sailed on Mercer. And we get another opportunity. 2nd and 10. Oruwariye on the defense. And there's another QB hit. And Minnesota, you got a couple more opportunities here to get a first down and make this thing a little interesting. Mercer from the gun. Snapped around. Throws it up, and it's picked. Had a man, and he overthrew him. So that will just about do it. Quandre Diggs, I do believe, acting like a dog out here. Doesn't matter. You guys won't be in the playoffs. And Minnesota will. So here we go. I formation. Just trying to run this clock out. It's okay. Williams. Okay. Williams up the middle. Big run. Finally chopped down by Andrew Booth Jr. And my goodness, where was the Minnesota Vikings defense that held this team and this guy to under 20 yards in the first quarter? Gone by the wayside. Can't let him win by too much. Okay. Jared Goff. Give to Williams, and he will withstand 20 tackles. And he's turned into Superman out here, Jared Williams, or the real Hokage, as his anime background suggests. And that'll be the end of the game. So Minnesota will take the L, kind of throwing the game away here in the fourth quarter, but a third-string quarterback, multiple third strings coming in across the defense. That is what is to be expected here in the formality football. So Jared Goff and the Lions will best the backups for the Vikings, but don't fret, Vikings fans. There is quarterback. There is football coming your way in a couple weeks in the divisional round. We'll get you these player stats, get you back to the main screen, and we will preview what that looks like coming up here in just a minute. So for Minnesota, Tyler Van Dyke, 78.9 QB rating. He was 26 of 38 and his 60% completion percentage. For those of you that didn't know how to do math or simply didn't look over here. 221, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. So he gets his first pair of NFL touchdowns in his career. And about what you expect from a backup only playing very, very little as he has. Conrad Mercer just signed off the practice squad this week to come in, and he made about $970,000 for his 16.7 QB rating, a 10 of 24 performance, 112 yards, 0 touchdowns, 3 picks. Now those 10 completions were good. He did have some overthrows and obviously the picks, but 112 yards for a third-string quarterback against starters, you want to see more, but there you go. Rushing, Ty Chandler won the day, 18 attempts, 96 yards. Mohamed Ibrahim, 13 for 72 and a touchdown, also had a fumble. Conrad Mercer, 1 for 10, the 6'3" quarterback out of Arkansas, the rookie, getting a carry for 10 yards, my heavens. Smith and Jigba, 1 for 8 off the end around, and Tyler Harrell, 1 for 8 off the end around. It's been Tyler Harrell this week, getting his first NFL 100-plus receiving game. 12 catches, 123. Jalen Naylor, 7 for 51. Jackson Smith and Jigba is 7 for 55 and 2 touchdowns. Ty Chandler, 6 for 65. Jelani Woods, 2 for 17. Josh Oliver, 1 for 12. And Mo Ibrahim, 1 for 10. Nobody, and I mean nobody cares about blocking. Going to go to defense, look at total tackles. And the Minnesota Vikings end the year on a double-double. For those of you that don't know or don't really care, a double-double is when the Minnesota Vikings have 2 players with double-digit sacks, similar to a double-double in the NFL, but, yeah, okay, in the NBA, but we just do it a little bit different here. Owen Pappoe, the rookie, 15 tackles in the season finale. Troy Dye with 13. Cam Bynum with 9. Oh, look, Caleb Evans also had 9. Andrew Booth Jr. with 7. Jemin Green, rookie 7th round corner with 6. Very, very good stat line for him today. Edgerrin Cooper and Kalen Barnes with 4. Javon Holland and James Lynch with 3. Siaki Ika also had 3. Xavier Thomas, Griffin Dexter, Jaquelin Roy, Kenny Wilkes, each with 2. Tackles for loss, we had a bunch today. Xavier Thomas, who Randy said would get a sack. He did not, but he had a pretty good day with 2. Cam Bynum and Owen Pappoe also having 2 tackles for loss. Javon Holland, James Lynch, Jemin Green, or German Green, or however you want to say it. Ika and Cooper, each with 1 as well. No QB sacks today, no picks. A couple pass deflections by Tyler Harrell and Jalen Naylor. 1 forced fumble by Kalen Barnes. Picked up by the Lions. No block kicks, no safeties, and no defensive touchdowns for your Minnesota Vikings in this one. Greg Joseph, 2 for 2, longest of 58, 3 for 3 on extra points. Ryan Wright, 4 punts, 180, netting 159. 1 of them going inside the 20. Tyler Harrell, 7 for 144 kick return yards, 24 long. And then 2 punt returns, 19 yards, longest of 12. So the Minnesota Vikings will lose in the season finale here, season 2 of this franchise. But good news on the horizon. We get the NFL divisional round in a couple weeks. We get to sit back and watch the wild card play out. And then we get to figure out who we face after next week. The preceding presentation was a presentation of the NFL on the SSN. Any rebroadcast, redistribution, or reusage of said broadcast is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of the NFL, the SSN, or any of its subsidiaries. This has been Randy Replay. I will see you in just a minute. Well, hello and welcome back to the main screen. Not a whole lot to get to here. The Minnesota Vikings will end the season 14-3. And 4-game lead in the NFC North. We will be the number 1 seed in the NFL playoffs. And this is what they look like. Still not everybody reporting. Of course, there are still games going on, and then we got the Monday night game, we got the Sunday night game yet, and the afternoon games are just about underway. So Philadelphia holding down the number 2 spot, but of course their opponent, the San Francisco 49ers. Oh boy, that is a big game with big playoff implications. And of course, on the other side, the Ravens expected to hold on to the 6th seed pending any weirdness. And what you see, maybe the Niners sneak into the 7 is what you get. But if the Niners sneak into the 7, they'll just have to go right back and play the Eagles again. So, oh boy, because if you are the 2nd seed, you are guaranteed that 1 home game promise. So I don't know. Minnesota Vikings, for all intents and purposes, very, very excellent year, clinching the number 1 seed in Week 15. And, of course, the NFC North. So the last couple weeks, we've been just kind of on autopilot. And Minnesota, resting their starters today, controlled the game defensively for most of the first half. And then there in the second, it kind of just fell apart. And Conrad Mercer with a couple triple interceptions, 3 of them. Thrice times thrown a pick, and Detroit scoring on every single drive after. So there you have it. Minnesota loses in a formality game, doesn't affect anything, and there you go. Once again, this has been Randy Replay. I will see you in the next one for Randy Replay's year in review, and then we'll figure out what is happening with the wildcard weekend. I will see you in the next one.